Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and before I get started with this All Elite Wrestling review, where it pertains to giving you AEW Dynamite results that took place at an empty arena, the show from March 18th, 2020 in Jacksonville, Florida. Just wanted to say sorry for the hiatus and the delays where it pertains to giving you YouTube content where it pertains to my YouTube channel known as Natural Born Driller. And hopefully I'll get back on track here, to get back where I left off here in a way, to please all of you, my viewers, subscribers, and whoever that wants to support my YouTube channel of me being Natural Born Driller. It must be called Robert Stratton Jr., but I decided to call myself Natural Born Driller instead. So, but anyways, So yeah, I'm gonna stop. Keep saying the same thing every time and everything. You know that. Basically, what pertains to all of the videos I've done, talking about this, to start this video, especially what pertains to when I first did it on WWE Elimination Chamber 2020 review, and hopefully, I'll have to keep doing that again, in the near future. But that being said, let's just get right into the show here. So yes, an empty arena show that had AEW Dynamite. Unfortunately, we're changed to the crowd's not being there, which is why it's called Empty Arena. And unfortunately, because of the whole coronavirus situation, it was best that no one to participate, in the public, to make any social content or whatever they say in a way. Because this disease that's out there is a very serious situation where people have died from it, and people are very cautious from it. People are panicking. They're all worried and all that. I don't know if they're scared or it was fear and all that, but me personally, I'm not scared of it. I have no fear of it. I can go outside and not be afraid and don't fear of it, what pertains to this whole situation. Just because this whole thing is going on, does not mean something like that's gonna keep me locked down and keep me stressed and keep me fearing of everything that's going on around the world, and more importantly, this type of situation in the world that's turned the world upside down due to this. It's not a good thing to show your if for those who are parents, or guardians in a way. It's just good, it just try not to have your children's worry about this, and I'm not saying they shouldn't worry about it. All I'm saying is that don't have them be scared, and don't have them panic like you're panicking because you're scaring them in a way, and that's not good. That's not good to for your children to be dealing with right now. So, but with that being said, so the opening show here was Cody Rhodes cutting a promo. It was just him in the middle of the ring in an empty arena with a spotlight on top of him, addressing to the current worldwide situation where it pertains to the whole coronavirus, saying that we as humans, we as human beings, have to stand together, and for now, that means at a distance. And obviously, as he's talking, the camera is showing the empty building, that was at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, owned by the Khan family. So Cody said he refused to live in the prison of fear. He feels alive, and he hopes the fans at home feel the same. Talks about his fellow stablemates, which he's talking about the Elite. He says he tells Matt his anger towards Hangman Page is misplaced, as also says that he needs to carry Nick Jackson's giant heart of, so the Elite can get the advantages at Blood and Guts. So basically, the way Cody Rhodes opened up the promo, first talking about the whole situation about I should say the words the whole coronavirus thing, but he opens up with that, and then and then during the whole thing we mentioned the stable of mates, which is the Elite. He goes right into the storyline, pertains to moving on from that, because he didn't want to make it a long discussion of it, which was smart. But basically letting us know that we in the wrestling world, we know what's going on in the wrestling outside of the wrestling world, because of this whole coronavirus situation. But he continues on by saying that the Elite can get the. Oh wait, I already mentioned that part. I'm sorry. He says, but he moves on to Hangman Adam Page, and notes that he said over and over, Page is the best wrestler in the company. Tells Page that he lost to Jericho, just like he lost to Jericho. Pertains to the championship, but he has to get over that, so that if they can have a reason to, for the Elite to win at Blood and Guts. Then he talks about Kenny Omega, where Kenny Omega are friends, but sometimes they don't see eye to eye with what pertains to other things, what pertains to who's the best wrestler and all that, and blah blah blah. And he said he wants to see the real Kenny Omega. He wants to see the best bout machine. He wants to see basically the Kenny Omega from New Japan Pro Wrestling. That Kenny Omega as best at Blood and Guts. And also else that Cody Rhodes said during his promo, where it takes to in the words of scientist, and I thought it was just beautiful that Cody Rhodes promo. It was a great, obviously a great promo from Cody Rhodes, and he's pouring out our hearts to all of us watching about everything that's going on. So all of a sudden, Kenny Omega and Matt Jackson comes out. Omega had the microphone. He agrees with Cody Rhodes. He hasn't they haven't been seen eye to eye, and says that the world is falling apart, and they don't even know if they're even going to have a show on the next AEW Dynamite. And I'll get to more of that after this, before this review is over. And yeah, he says as the Elite, Matt, the same basically they had to go in. If they had to go out like this, then they're going. It'll be the same way that they came in. What pertains to AEW, the whole Elite Wrestling promotion. Then Matt Jackson gets a microphone and says that it's just three of them, and he's wondering where's Adam Page, because Nick Jackson unfortunately he couldn't make it. That's the reason why too, by the way. Behind the scenes, the storyline, he's injured, but not really. He did that whole thing with the Inner Circle being up Nick Jackson is because Nick Jackson is expecting a child, which I'm pretty sure this already happened, but still, that's why Nick Jackson wasn't there. He's there to see the birth of his newborn child, and congratulations to Nick Jackson and to his wife. So Hangman Adam Page comes out. He's drinking. He's basically drunk man Page. And then Matt Jackson says he knows things have been weird lately, but he's asking Adam Page as a man, and will he stand with the Elite? And then Hangman Adam Page nods his head with his shot glass and everything, and drinks it, and then walks away. So basically, he's in. And then Kenny Omega talks and says to the camera, to everyone watching on TV land, despite there's no fans, there's no one in attendance, but at the end of the day, they're still here to pull the best show that they possibly can. And then Kenny Omega says, hit the lights and the pyros, and that's exactly what they did. So all I can say is the way they opened the show, with everything that's going on in the world, and everything that's going in that's still pertains to the story, and everything that's being built up for Blood and Guts, and everything that they're doing on the show here. Perfect. It was awesome. They did a way better job than what WWE was doing, where they're in the arenas, where they don't even try. At least AEW did what they can do. They tried, and I thought they did a great job. Your commentators were Jim Ross, Taz, and Excalibur, while Tony Schiavone was doing the interview. So Tony Schiavone interviews MJF, who's in the crowd actually, and I love how they did this too. By the way, they had the ones that wasn't competing tonight. On that night, as to be sitting, obviously on their own front row seats and everything, and, to watch as fans. For example, you got MJF there, Shawn Spears, Colt Cabana, Sonny Kiss, Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Wardlow, Jake the Snake Roberts, Lance Archer, can't remember who else was there at that John. Tully Blanchard. Now I'm trying to think about the baby faces, but the ones that were revealed also that was later on. They came in later on too. So, but we also had Brandy Rose, who was ring announcing. Basically, Brandy Rose was playing the role of Eden Styles from WWE. Because for those who don't know, Brandy Rose was named Eden Styles as a ring announcer for the WWE. And now here's Brandy Rose, playing the role of being Eden Styles. No, just kidding. She's just Brandy Rose. But I got Eden Styles vibes from Brandy Rose since we're doing her ring announcing, because unfortunately, Justin Roberts wasn't there. He's one of those guys that didn't feel comfortable going there, and he along with others that didn't go there either. They're at home, and hopefully they will come back and come to a senses that they will want to be part of the show too as well, despite everything that's going on. But yeah. So Tony Schiavone, he interviews MJF about why he's not wrestling, and MJF says that he was offered money to wrestle, but he said he's not going to. He said he's going to let the mid card the entertainers the wrestle instead, and he and Shawn Spears are going to be gambling. And then Tony Schiavone was like, "You're going to gamble?" And then MJF was screaming at him and like, "Yeah, I'm going to gamble and everything." And then he tells Tony Schiavone, "You want in on this?" MJF, he's awesome, and MJF made the show too, by the way. What pertains to him being a fan, and what pertains because they was giving us light. Obviously there was light, but this show gave us good vibes. They give us life on the show, where they don't want to just be a lost soul or quiet and make it feel like it's depressing. They did the best that they can to make this show great, and they did by having some energy, by having some life in there, and having some good emotions going on in the show here, and that's exactly what they did. Unlike WWE, when they had no crowd, no one from no wrestlers at all that didn't go into the crowd to be a fan or that to cheer and everything like that, like how AEW did. I thought AEW what they did here, where it takes to how they opened the show and how they presented the show was pitch perfect, which is why AEW is a better alternative than what WWE is doing. So you have the best friends, Trent and Chuck Taylor, while you have Orange Cassidy on commentary, where all he did was, the whole lazy thumbs up thing, and he said nothing. But then again, he might have said something, but we just couldn't hear him because he probably maybe his mic was too low, it's not that, I don't know. But then again, maybe he was just sleeping on the job. But it was the best friends versus the Lucha Brothers, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. Unfortunately, Pac wasn't there because Pac was one of those guys that didn't feel comfortable going there because of the whole coronavirus situation. Because originally it was supposed to be a 6-man tag team match between Best Friends and Orange Cassidy versus Death Triangle, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So instead, we got a tag team match instead. MJF bet on Lucha Brothers to win. Shawn Spears bet on Best Friends to win. Match itself, a few botches I remember I saw, but other than that, it didn't hurt the match because at the end of the day, the match was good. Orange Cassidy got involved at one point. Pentagon Jr. went for a low blow to Trent, and Lucha Bros got the win. MJF won the bet. He got Sean Spears money, and this was just a running thing. They were just betting on who's going to win matches and everything, which it was very entertaining the way they did it. So the post match, Tony Schiavone interviews best friends, and while Orange Cassidy was laying on Tony Schiavone like this on his shoulder, and then Chuck Taylor talks about you want to kick my best friend in the dick. He literally said the word dick on TV, and he says we challenge the Lucha Brothers into a parking lot street fight on the next AEW Dynamite show. That's if it's gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to that too, though. So next we get to Bad Girl Penelope Ford being accompanied by Kip Sabian versus Hikaru Shida versus Riho versus Chris Stanlander. Match itself, there was a few botches from Penelope Ford and Chris Stanlander, but other than that, after the match itself was great. Was great too. Kip Sabian got involved in the match as well. And this is the first time we've seen Penelope Ford wrestle on AEW Dynamite. And in her first match competing on AEW Dynamite, she took the pinfall on losing by Hikaru Shida. And by the way, Hikaru Shida's outfit, loved it. Love her outfit. I don't know if that's going to be her permanent outfit, but hey, I love that outfit. I think that outfit that she wear is very very sexy, the way she was wearing it too, and also her original outfit too. I like that outfit too. I just want to see a different type of outfit where it changes to from Hikaru Shida, and I finally got that. But Hikaru Shida got the win, and she's going to be probably next in line for an AEW Women's World Championship. And I think Nyla Rose also wasn't there too, because I think she was also one of those people that she didn't want to be there. She felt uncomfortable because of the whole coronavirus situation. So that's my guess. Tony Schiavone interviews Colt Cabana in the crowd, and says something about women's division is looking great. I wouldn't say that, but then again, that's something that AEW needs to work on, which is that. But I didn't really pay attention to his promo, folks. But I heard about, because I really don't care about Colt Cabana anymore, because the whole thing with him, dick kissing, Joey Ryan. I just can't see. I can't bear to see him anymore, or bear to hear him anymore, or even bear to see him wrestle that much anymore. Anyways, sometimes I'll just look away because I can't look at him at the same again. But anyways, he mentioned the whole thing with the whole biting thing, basically referencing Shayna Baszler biting Becky Lynch. I guess taking a shot at WWE and everything, which anyway, I'm fine with that, because it's just AEW. I will always give AEW props to that, and always give them a pass on that, because WWE they fired the shot first to AEW. If anyone recall, Triple H called AEW a pissant company, and talk all this fucking bullshit at the Hall of Fame. So anyway, Colt Cabana says, Penelope Ford looked great, did a great job, but she could do better than her boyfriend. And then her boyfriend heard that, and then they had at it, whatever. I didn't care, so whatever. Tony Schiavone, he interviews with John Moxley earlier on the day. John Moxley, who's the AEW World Champion, he couldn't get into the building because, get this, he wasn't medically clear to enter the building. So Moxley said, well, what's that even mean? Like, he said in his whole entire career, he's always been not medically clear. So what's that even mean and everything? So he said, but you know what? That's fine. I'll drive back to Sin Cities, back to Las Vegas, Nevada, and whatever. And he says that wherever the inner circle goes, I will be there. And he says, and I guarantee you, when Blood Guts come around, I'll be there too. So, and that was it. John Moxley was gone. Ridiculous, but whatever. Oh yeah, he's not medically cleared to enter the building. Anyways, the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus the Butcher and the Blade. Unfortunately, there was no the Bunny, because the Bunny was also one of those people who felt uncomfortable going to this event due to the whole coronavirus situation. So, and there was also no Marco Stunt too, because he was also one of those people as well. So yeah, basically a lot of them that felt uncomfortable going to Jacksonville, Florida, for this event, due to the whole coronavirus situation. So the match happened between the Jurassic Express versus the Butcher and the Blade. Match itself, there was a few botches from the Butcher. I think at one point he got hurt in the match, but also a huge botch from the Blade, because he's garbage. The husband of Allie. The Bunny. In the end, it was Jungle Express winning the match, and yeah, after the match was decent. It was still entertaining, decent in a way. MJF lost the bet, by the way, because he bet on the Butcher and the Blade to win. So, and I don't remember if Sean Spears bet on Jurassic Express to win, but he might not have. It was really not fully explained though. The Dark Order, Evil Uno and Grayson comes out, and Evil Uno says the Exalted One is near. The rest of the members will see what he's seen. He promised the Exalted One is near. He never lies. The Exalted One is near. He kept saying it a couple of times, and then Christopher Downs had enough, and he and Frankie Kazarian got in the ring. And by the way, actually they didn't get in the ring yet. They got on the stage actually basically on the whiteboard. Also, Scorpio Sky was in there too, because he was also one of those people that they felt uncomfortable going there due to the whole coronavirus situation. So, but Christopher Daniels says, stop, just stop. He tries. He's tired of the lies and everything. He's like, you have lied to you lied to us. You lied to the people watching at home. There is no Exalted One, and all of a sudden the music plays, and the video plays, and a masked man with one of those rope hoodies in a way, like kind of I guess you could say in Star Wars in a way, but let's forget about Star Wars. Let's talk about something else pertains to to this whole thing. But you hear the Exalted One talking. The Exalted One was saying, basically his voice was altered or something like that in a way. But the Exalted One said, "We do what we want when we want, and if I want something, I take it." And all of a sudden, the voice alter was fading away, and we started to hear his actual voice. And he removed the hoodie and revealed to be, formerly known as Luke Harper, Brody Lee. Now, when I saw Brody Lee, I was not that crazy about it. Just like how I wasn't that crazy about Lance Archer being the client for Jake the Snake Roberts. But after seeing Brody Lee, talking more about this, saying Christopher Daniels is unsafe, and now thanks to all of his talking, you are not the first out of touch old man, basically referencing and taking shots at Vince McMahon, who didn't believe in me. But I'll make damn sure that you are not the last. So yeah, Brody Lee took a shot at Vince McMahon, because Vince McMahon never got at the time Luke Harper. He never got why he had the company sign him, and for someone who can't even do a southern accent, and which is why Vince McMahon never did anything with him, because he couldn't speak a southern accent. So Brody Lee basically showed the world what WWE was missing out. Pertains to how good of a talker he can be, and how good of a wrestler he can be as well. I mean, he proved it. He could be good in the ring, but they never give him an opportunity to really cut a good promo in WWE, and never really show what he can really do in WWE, because he was handcuffed, because they didn't want to do anything with him, because Vince McMahon was not a fan of Brody Lee. At the time, Luke Harper. But now, Brody Lee is dead. Brody Lee's name does not exist now. Now it is the return of Brody Lee, but Brody Lee in a new path, a new direction, a new Brody Lee, where he is the Exalted One. He is the Exalted One of the Dark Order, and he's gonna take the Dark Order to the promised land that Dark Order wants to go and needs to go and to see where the Dark Order can evolve from, and to adapt. And those who don't believe in the Dark Order, along with the Exalted One, Brody Lee, leading the charge, for those who don't believe, will perish. So we get back to the ring, where we see the Brody Lee. It was in the ring. He magically got into the ring. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian get their ass beaten by the Dark Order. We get the rest of the Dark Order come in, which is John Silver and Alex Runnels, and that was it. SCU got beaten up by the Dark Order, and now the Dark Order can move on to show everyone, including me, because believe it or not, folks, I never believed in the Dark Order. I never thought the Dark Order was going to be anything. But then when they started doing these video packages a while back, back in 2019, I'm like saying to myself, that's what they should have done a long time ago. They should have done something like this, instead of just introducing us to them without any good build-ups or any good video packages to tell us who are they and what they're about. Hopefully now with everything that is happening right now, especially with Brody Lee being the Exalted One, it's gonna turn around now, and now I want to give my full chance, my full attention to the Dark Order, to see where they go from there. And you got one or two. As I want to look back at it too, was this all part of the plan? Was it all part of the work? When Luke Harper at the time was released from his contract, and obviously the 90 days clause wasn't full effect, which is why it took him a long time to finally reveal the Exalted One. So in a way, it played out very well, except for one thing. It would have been awesome if there was crowds there, but because of his whole coronavirus situation, that's unfortunate. But what can you do? Tony Schiavone interviews Jake the Snake Roberts about Lance Archer, but he says, basically Jake Roberts says that Lance Archer is not here to talk, but he wants to say something about Cody Rhodes, about to the warning that he gave to Cody Rhodes, and he didn't listen. He didn't pay attention. He didn't give him the attention. So Jake Roberts says, that's insulting, and he's going to continue to play Cody Rhodes is going to continue to play these games. But here's the thing: Jake Roberts and Lance Archer are not here to play games, because Cody Rhodes needs to understand, when Cody wanted to say, wanted to stay out of harm's way and ignore them completely, that's when he gets mad. He's not okay with that, and he tells Cody it's time for him to stand up and meet Lance Archer, the murder Mohawk. And he says that Cody has a chance to meet them, but now he's going to have to get Cody's attention. And all of a sudden, the Murder Hawk, I meant to say. Murder Hawk. But yeah, the Murder Hawk monster, I meant to say as well. Sorry. The Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer. So now they show a review package of Lance Archer. Of him doing backyard stuff. Basically backyard wrestling with a bunch of people surrounding the ring. And basically Lance Archer was killing them one by damn one. All these people surrounding the ring that they got a chance to get in the ring to fight Lance Archer, and a few of them actually got in the ring and tried to go after him at once, but then Lance Archer took care of them all. And basically, the thing is about Lance Archer, with him being the Murder Hawk monster, is that everybody dies, especially when it pertains to the EBD claw, which is everybody dies claw. And he did to one person, as he was leaving to the hood of the car, but things to get him by the head, the EBD claw, and slamming it. Basically, this is the same Murder Hawk monster in Lance Archer that I've seen in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I love it. Now, hopefully, when he makes his in-ring debut on AEW, hopefully I get to hear his theme music, his theme song called "Everybody Dies." I hope he got the rights to that too, so we'll see. But the video package was great. It really shows who Lance Archer is and what he's all about. We got more people in the crowd, which it was the Gunn Club, which is Billy and Austin Gunn. You have Dustin Rose, QT Marshall, also in the crowd as well. And we get to this main event match: Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz, with Sammy Guevara, basically Sammy Guevara at ringside versus Cody, Hangman Adam Page, and Matt Jackson with Arn Anderson and Kenny Omega at ringside. In this match, where the winner of this match gets to receive the early advantage for the Blood and Guts match, which I'll talk more about that Blood and Guts match later. And also you have Chris Jericho on commentary, and then you have Sammy Guevara, since there was no crowds there. Sammy Guevara, along with MJF, singing along the song Judas. Oh god, that was very entertaining, especially for Sammy Guevara. It was very entertaining. So the match happens. Great match. You have some involvements from Sammy Guevara, and a lot of distraction outside of the ring, which is MJF, Warlord, Arn Anderson, Kenny Omega. It was in a way it was a complete cluster mess, but it was still entertaining on the way it was done. And in the end, it was Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz getting the win over the Elite. Basically, the inner circle got the win over the Elite. After the match, Chris Jericho, he gets on the microphone and says that they have the advantage. And he's banning all fans. Yeah, he's banning all fans, even though fans can't come anyways because of the whole coronavirus situation. But it's Chris Jericho, man. But it's whatever. He's banning all fans around the world. Jericho says that the Elite, they always fight. They always having issues and everything. And then he says, the inner circle, they never fight. They never have any issues and all that. And then he goes to talk to Brandy Rose, like, hey Brandy Rose, what are you looking at? What you looking at? And Brandy Rose, they pan to Brandy Rose, and she's talking back. And Dustin Rose comes in, and then Jericho's like, hey, you're scaring me, Dustin. You're scaring me. And then San Guevara starts cutting a promo, saying, I'm the Spanish God because look at me, look at my abs and everything. And that's himself. Oh, that's why you're the Spanish God, because of your looks, because of your physique. It's not because you're because of how great you are in the ring. Okay, I get it now. So that's why he's losing matches, because it's not about being a Spanish God in the ring. It's about being the Spanish God what pertains to your looks. But basically, he says to Brandy Rose, if you're done with your loser husband of yours, you could call me up, call me and everything. And all of a sudden, I hear this buzz, and the buzz was a drone, and I say to myself, like, wait a minute, is that the same drone that I've seen before? And then Matt Jackson gets on the mic and says, hey Jericho, you're wrong about one thing, about how many guys. And then he says, He made a phone call to a friend who owed him a favor. And all of a sudden we hear a piano playing. And we look at the Raptors. And it was broken Matt Hardy arriving to AEW. And I'm like, wow. Now here's the thing. It was no surprise to me. It's not really shocking or surprise to me that he's there, because he was on Being the Elite with Matt and Nick Jackson, where he was like, I knew you'd come and everything. So in a way, we all kind of knew Matt Hardy was going to be coming to AEW, but we just didn't know when. I didn't think that he was going to be the fifth man to be with the Elite. I thought it was going to be John Moxley, who pertains to John Moxley, trying to get involved to get to the Inner Circle, because Nick Jackson can't do it, obviously. Not because he can't, but I mean, not because he won't, but he can't, because he wants to be there for his born child. So it's booking Matt Hardy, and he's got a red stream of hair. It's not blonde, it's red. And hey, red, blue, purple, pink, yellow, I don't care. It's broken Matt Hardy at the end of the day. And he goes, delete, and that's nothing too. It's not the same with the fans. Unfortunately, it's not the same with the fans. But I was still happy to see Matt Hardy, broken Matt Hardy. And all I can say is, WWE, you fucked up. You had an opportunity to do something with broken Matt Hardy, even when he was broken Matt Hardy, what pertains to doing the whole, ultimate deletion, your own deletion type of things and all that, and to make money out of it, and have people have interest in WWE again, and to tune to WWE again, and to give you more views and more ratings, and more money and everything coming at you because of Matt Hardy, because he's that good, he's that great, he's that brilliant. It's his broken brilliance. For everything that he's done for the broken universe, what pertains to what he's done, back in the days of TNA, and then from the a few other indies, and then a little bit NWE, and for this man couldn't even get it. He didn't get it, which is why we couldn't get more of this, because this man didn't get it, because it's not what Vince wants. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to be what we want. We want this to happen in WWE. Well, except for me, because I didn't care for WWE to because if and I said this before, if Matt Hardy goes to WWE, obviously along with Jeff Hardy, with all this, it will not be the same. It will be garbage. It will be trash. It will be bootleg. It will not be the same. And I was right. So for all you people that was giving me a hard time, that was giving me hell, that was saying to me, oh, Matt Hardy's gonna have full control and everything, and they're gonna capitalize on this, and they're gonna make it better, and make it bigger and better. Well, joke's on you. How you feel now? How stupid you all look now? Because what it pertains to Matt Hardy now, it's going to have his a real creative control, because AEW is going to do something that WWE couldn't do for Matt Hardy, and that's give him 100% full creative control of the broken universe. What it pertains to broken Matt Hardy for everything that he's going to be doing for AEW, that WWE didn't want to capitalize doing, because this man didn't care for it. So for all the hell you're not I'm not just saying about me. There are other people that they sing out too. It pertains to us, to people like me, that said, oh, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna. Nobody's gonna ruin it, and they did. So how do you all look now? And with broken Matt Hardy being with AEW now, they're gonna show the WWE how it's really done. So who's laughing now? Yes. Just saying. Before I get to the whole Blood and Guts thing, let's get to my wrestling and my overall rating. Tomar Wrestling was 4 matches, and no, the Lance Archer match did not count. The whole video segment, that didn't count. But yeah, 4 matches. My overall strength for the show, 10 out of 10. Despite there's no fans there, because of the whole coronavirus situation, this was a 10 out of 10 show. AEW, what pertains to their weekly shows of AEW Dynamite, and doing an empty arena show, they knocked it right out of the park. With debuts, with some matches, with some entertainment flow, with some life, with pyros. Even though they didn't have to do that, but they did. They feel like they need to do it anyways. With everything they give us. Oh yeah. Also, they did a video package where it pertains to the feud between Best Friends and Orange Cassidy against Death Triangle. You know, where it pertains to Best Friends against Lucha Brothers, and then the whole thing with Pac versus Orange Cassidy. I forgot to mention that too, so I should also mention that. But the point is, they did everything right. This was great. This show was great. Wasn't bored by it. They didn't get pissed off about anything. Because at the end of the day, AEW are the winners here. WWE, they don't give a fuck, and they showed it. With SmackDown empty arenas, they show their hands that they didn't give a fuck. Raw empty arena shows, they show their hands that they didn't give a fuck. Even when it comes to NXT, for that one show that they did, and I'm not talking about the first Performance Center show they did. I'm talking about the first one they had with the fans. That was great. The ones they didn't have the fans with, that just had Triple H and Tom Phillips there, when they had a video package, to show when it comes to the feud of Gargano and Ciampa and some other ones as well. And no wrestling on that show. I'm not trying to say Triple H didn't give a fuck, but at the same time, that's the best you got for us, for NXT. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I didn't care to watch it. And you all know me. I don't watch Raw SmackDown anymore anyways. And to hear what they did on Raw SmackDown, just these empty arena shows, the way they did the format of it, I'm glad I don't watch it anymore. AEW could come at a better time. Now, as far as Blood and Guts, unfortunately, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, Tony Khan, he postponed Blood and Guts, because if we're gonna have Blood and Guts, we need to have audience. We need to have live crowd audience there, to be there in person to watch it, because unfortunately the whole coronavirus situation changed it all. In a way, I feel bad for WWE when it comes to WrestleMania, because despite the build up and the booking and everything that they try to to create a story or chance to lean up for WrestleMania 36, which is lackluster and everything. I still feel bad for them that they won't be able to have fans there to watch, to be part of it, in the crowds, but at the same time they could have postponed it too. Just saying. But at the same time, this WrestleMania is, basically what I'm trying to say here is that this year's WrestleMania, despite it retains all WrestleManias I've seen lately, from WrestleMania 32 all the way to WrestleMania 36, I could see WrestleMania 36 be one of the worst ones, and I'm not blaming the coronavirus situation thing where it retains with no fans and everything. All I'm saying is that the build up for this WrestleMania, the way they're doing it and all that, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck big time. And it's really not going to help with no crowds there too. Especially when I hear that WrestleMania is going to be taped. And they're going to do it in different locations, which is kind of weird and odd, because how they're going to do that where pertains to this whole situation with the coronavirus. But the point is, back to Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts, I'm glad they did the right thing there by postponing it until a later day, until they could get fans in attendance there, which is why I think that's why they did what they did, because they wanted to make it feel special. So on the next AEW Dynamite show, they will not have Blood and Guts. So it will not be called AEW Dynamite Presents Blood and Guts. It'll just be a regular AEW Dynamite show, which is gonna be another empty arena show, and it's gonna be again another great. It's gonna be another great show. You know, with everything they're gonna be doing, and hopefully there'll be no more botches in these these matches. But we'll see. It depends. Then again, sometimes you can't help yourselves. Botches happens all the time in wrestling, especially when you're trying to make it right and everything in the way. So, but yeah, there you go. So that being said, folks, thank you for watching. For It's a Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. This was your All Elite Wrestling Review, where I'm just giving you AEW Dynamite results from March 18th, 2020. Until next time, we're to All Elite Wrestling Review. You all stay well, stay safe, stay protected. We're to this whole coronavirus situation. Stay in peace. You'll take care. I'm out. Ta-ta for now.